All right, you know that I did a video or a review about the Anbernic RG35XX Plus, and in that video I kind of also hinted at the Anbernic RG40xxV. The naming scheme of Anbernic is terrible. And I told you that I will do a review about this. This is not a review, but I kind of wanted to give you a couple of things that I already want to mention about this, why I maybe didn't use it as much as I would have liked. But since the new version, or not a new version, I don't think it's an update, but there is another iteration of this 4.0 lineup devices coming up. I think it is a good opportunity to kind of talk about this now and why I don't consider this a review yet. The reason being is I didn't utilize this as much as I would have liked, purely for the reason that this is much bigger than the Anbernic RG35XX Plus. And I will try to do my best holding my mic, but also holding these two devices into the camera. As you can see here, the RG40xxV is much bigger than... Is it focusing? No, it's not. Yeah, now it's focusing. It's I have eye detection on, or face detection, so it was having a hard time focusing. But as you can see here, the RG40xxV is much bigger than the 35XX Plus. And like I've always, I sound like a broken record. I'm sorry about that. But as I've mentioned in many of my videos, I utilize this device as an alternative to my phone to get me away from notifications and stuff like that. So this being basically a similar size like my phone, as you hopefully can see here. So in the back, that's the Samsung Fold 5, and in the front, the RG35XX Plus. So not the smallest version, but still smaller or same size like my phone. It is very easy to put this in my pocket, have this with me all of the time, hence giving me a very good alternative to my phone. And this one is much bigger. It could fit in my pants pockets, but it's not as comfortable. And while the bigger size has a lot of benefits. From ergonomic standpoints, it's much more comfortable to hold in your hands. But because I'm not playing longer than half an hour in a row, for me, the ergonomics isn't that much of a big deal. Also, I'm a fairly short person, so I don't have big hands anyways. So for me as an Asian, the smaller form factor of the RG35XX Plus isn't a big deal. So while this 4 version is amazing in my hands, it's not necessarily something that I'm looking for. What I do appreciate quite a lot and am looking for is the bigger screen. I am over 40. My eyesight is okay. It's not perfect. It's okay. But having a bigger screen obviously is amazing. The screen real estate, the screen overall is really cool. The buttons are basically the same. They feel good, but you obviously have a little analog stick, which has the, I always forget the English terminology, where it's kind of stuck, in air quotes, stuck in the 8 directions. So top, bottom, left, right, and the diagonals. What's this called? Like coronation? No, I don't know what the English word is. So it's not really a fluid circle that you might know from Xbox or PlayStation, but you actually have, when you are playing, you kind of notice there is not like a smooth transition from diagonal to left or something. So it's basically like a hard, how do you describe it? I'm not sure. It's kind of sticking to those 8 directional corners. So it's not a realistic analog 360-degree joystick. I'm having a hard time describing it. I hope maybe someone of you in the description below can better describe it in English. For those of you who don't know or who haven't noticed my German accent, that has been quite of the discussion lately. I don't know why people are now pointing that out. But yeah, many people are pointing that out, that I have a German accent. Yeah, English is my second language, so I'm having a hard time kind of describing the issue with this. That being said, while it is good to have this analog stick, no matter if it would be a really good digital analog stick with full 360-degree registration, honestly, for these retro gamings, I barely use it. I tried playing God of War, it's okay. Honestly, with these devices, I personally just stick to the retro gaming like Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy Advanced, and stuff like that. But you can obviously play Dreamcast and PlayStation 1 on this as well. And honestly, the power of this device, and there is some stuttering in God of War, don't get me wrong, but it is still, from my personal opinion, playable. That being said, I rather stick to really old retro gaming. So yeah, now getting to the question that I kind of want to bring up in this video, because I've seen a new philosophy in terms of retro gaming with a lot of these other retro gaming channels that kind of said like, oh, I'm accumulating so many different devices, and I'm paraphrasing here, of course, and I'm trying to kind of dedicate each device to a specific system. For example, I've seen many people saying, okay, on these types of devices, either the Mio Mini or this RG35XX Plus, I'm only playing Game Boy or Game Boy Advance games. And some people actually dedicate these devices purely to Pokemon gaming, for example. And then they have other devices that are maybe a little bit bigger, or the device that many of these retro gaming channels kind of utilize at the moment is the Aya Neo Thor with the dual screen, because as far as I understand, you can also play Nintendo DS games, which I'm very jealous about. So they dedicate each device that they have for a specific system. So now I would really like to know from you, what do you think I should dedicate this device to? Again, this is not something that I would carry around. I kind of thought about, okay, maybe this should be my Dreamcast device, but I don't play that many Dreamcast games. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to properly use this. And I think that once I dedicate a system to this device, so I don't know, only playing PlayStation 1 games on this, but then yeah, maybe I should just play PlayStation 1. Yeah, this is something that I really would like to kind of question you and ask you, what do you think I should dedicate this device to what system? Let me know in the comment section below. And then when you kind of recommend a system that I should dedicate this device to, which games would you suggest to me playing? I really want to kind of utilize this more, but for now, I'm just so stuck on this smaller device, and I'm basically only playing Nintendo things here, Super Nintendo and GBA games, which I obviously all own, of course. I play all of them on here, so I'm pretty much stuck with this device, but I really want to use this. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about what device this should become. And yeah, again, this is not a full review. I really want to utilize this a little bit more. But as I said, from a form factor, if ergonomics is something that you value a lot, if you need a bigger screen, then this is really good. And yeah, what do you think about this? Would you rather have the bigger one or the smaller one? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to see my Final Fantasy VI video, check out the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here. And don't forget, subscribe, hype, and like by clicking the button up here. And then we see each other tomorrow. Thank you very much.